From the very first trailer, you could tell that Velma on HBO Max was likely going to be a disaster because they used that opportunity, the first bit of promotional material they had, to take shots at fans, to make fun of fans, and it didn't go over very well. Those videos got ratioed to hell and back, but I'm not sure if anybody thought it was going to be this bad. It's sitting at a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics don't even seem to want to review this show because they know it's just that bad. How bad is it? Well, it's officially the worst rated animated series in the history of television, at least according to IMDb. Velma becomes worst rated animated TV series in IMDb history. And even though critics in the media, they're kind of a little bit hesitant to talk about it, someone who's not hesitating to talk about it is someone who's part of the Scooby-Doo franchise. Right here, Grey DeLisle. Grey DeLisle, who voices Daphne and has been for 20 plus years. Not this version of Daphne, not this race swap version of Daphne, but nearly every other one that's appeared in animation. That's who voices the character. She had something to say. Jeepers, hashtag Velma Dinkley. And this is sharing this post. Velma becomes worst rated animated TV series in IMDb history. You have someone who's actually part of the Scooby-Doo franchise, who actually is involved with projects that respect the source material, that are well received by fans, taking the opportunity to shit on this series, and rightfully so. She should do exactly that because this is an abomination. And she even replies to some of these comments. Every time they don't have you back as Daphne, that edition of Scooby-Doo is a disaster. Wonder why? And then she replies a little coyly with some hearts and some painting fingernails. I'd hate to think some sort of Grey DeLisle versus Constance Wu catfight would come out of all of this, but I'd very much like to see here any Grey DeLisle Constance Wu catfight if there is one. She says, I never tear down a fellow actor. So she's making it clear that she's not trying to take a shot at Constance Wu for voicing Daphne or anything like that. Simply pointing and laughing at the embarrassment that this is, at how bad this is. Now, Grey DeLisle has been a voice actress for, again, over 20 years. I think the first time she voiced Velma was somewhere around 2000, 2001, something like that. And she's voiced her probably over a dozen times. But they didn't want the typical voices for this, did they? They wanted to go ahead and they wanted to race swap these characters. They wanted to race swap Velma. They wanted to race swap Daphne. They wanted to race swap Shaggy. Well, Norville in this series. But they left Fred white because of course they did. And even in the replies to what she said, there's a lot of people just roasting the show. Honestly, I found Velma to be a Mindy Kaling vanity project. It literally destroys all the elements about Scooby-Doo that those of us who grew up watching it love. Good for her if she wants to write a show, but don't call it Scooby-Doo. Make it your own. Look at this. Fred's a rich white guy with a tiny nose. Jinky, shut the fuck up. And that's a pretty good meme right there. Everyone's mad that you're not Daphne in this, but the truth is, much like Scooby himself, I feel like you've been spared. This isn't Velma, it's just Mindy Kaling inserting herself in this. Glad to see an OG voice actress speak out. It's missing you, Grey, that's why. You're a better Daphne. Just over and over and over again. People agreeing with her, that this is absolute crap. It's got almost 20,000 likes on Twitter. But it is true. What she shared is true. It's the worst rated animated TV series of all time. When you look at everything on IMDb, it seems like there's two things that are rated less than it. Now, those are actually live action shows, not animated projects, but this is absolutely embarrassing. And it's the second time that HBO Max has set a record like this. Remember Santa Inc.? Remember that one? Currently, Velma sits at a shockingly low 1.3 out of 10 stars, making it lower than the previous worst rated animated TV series, 2021's Santa Inc., at 1.6 out of 10. And yeah, it's pretty bad. 1.3. I don't know how it can get lower with those, 1,700 10-star votes that are throwing it off. But right now, almost 90% of people who have rated Velma have rated it at 1 star. 42,000 people across all age ranges, all demographics. Whether it's less than 18, whether it's over 45, whether it's men, whether it's women. Everyone hates Velma. Apparently, so do the original voice actors and actresses. She's out there letting people know that it's the worst rated animated series in history, drawing attention to this. So it seems like even people who are part of the Scooby-Doo franchise, who maybe felt disrespected that some of these characters were race swapped and they weren't voicing them, They want to let everybody know that Velma is an absolute dumpster fire. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.